So many people across the Bay Area after a massive windstorm toppled trees, down power lines just 2 days ago. But the lights are slowly coming on back around the Bay Area. PG&E crews have been working around the clock to replace damaged equipment. The utility says this was the worst outage they have seen in almost 3 decades. They even brought in extra help from out of state. We found one crew from Oregon, in fact. Look at that. They're helping bring power back to one neighborhood. This happening in Pleasant Hill. Here is where we stand tonight. There are a little under 13,000 customers still in the dark tonight, most of them in the South Bay and Peninsula. Our Lauren Toms joins us now from Los Altos. It's had more outages, and actually it's kind of brought the community together. Tell us about it.
Yeah, hey Juliet, Main Street here in Los Altos is typically bustling on a night like this, but tonight it is a ghost town as many shops and restaurants remain closed after days of power outages. Several local businesses tell me they've lost thousands and thousands of dollars in food and revenue, but one local business turned this nightmare into an evening for the community to give back.
It was a race to save their inventory. When the power went out in Los Altos Tuesday, most didn't expect it to last more than a few hours. But when it lasted into the night, the Post restaurant had to find a quick solution. They secured a refrigerated truck.
You know, because no one thinks that you'd be out of power in a town like this for 4 days. Wine and liquor and beer won't go bad in a couple of days, but the food will.
Patrick Anderson is a friend of the restaurant. He says this truck housed food for not only the Post, but several neighboring restaurants that are hemorrhaging profits and food amid power outages.
You can get ice, but that only lasts for a few hours, and then you have to have it struck. So we got, that's a lot more than we needed, but then some of the other restaurants around town could use it too.
The power was out for more than 48 hours on Main Street, and most restaurants remain closed. In East Palo Alto, residents remain frustrated by power outages, not only from this week, but also from last month.
When you are not in a place of privilege, it hits a lot different. When you have to look at your kids, and not even, if you can't even entertain taking them to go get something to eat, let alone not knowing what's going on in your fridge, that's a lot different.
Residents voiced their experiences at a community meeting to PG&E directly. As of Thursday evening, PG&E is still reporting thousands of power outages in Los Altos, with thousands more across the Bay Area.
My family and I, we throw a lot of food to the garbage because it's not enough the ice to keep our food in home.
At the Post, the quick thinking of their owner turned a nightmare into a solution. The team prepped in the dark and took the food that would have otherwise been thrown out and turned it into a block party fundraiser.
The Post in a nutshell. That's what we do, right?
And Patrick says the camaraderie and gathering is all part of the spirit of their beloved restaurant.
Power at the Post was restored a couple of hours ago, and we are starting to see some lights come back on down Main Street, but most of these businesses remain closed and likely will be for the next day or so. The Post says they have their work cut out for them this evening and tomorrow, but they say they plan to open for dinner on Friday.
Love that, Lauren. Okay, so right behind you, the open sign, obviously, it's back on. So give them a shout out. Where are you right now? Is this a local restaurant?
Right now we are on Main Street. Yeah, this is actually, it's not a local restaurant. This is a chain, but this is just one of several open signs that we have started to see pop back on as the sun went down and the power came back on. Obviously, most of these businesses are not open right now, but even just within eyeshot, I can see several open signs with those signs flashing. You can see right here at this shoe store, this open sign is on, the lights are on inside. Obviously, this store is not open at this hour.
Well, let's start shopping. Let's start eating. Let's get that power and that party back on. Lauren, thank you so much for your story.